This is Dean from Sentinel Candles, and today I'm going to make a Sundae candle. And this is the empty glass that I have in front of me that I've got set up, and this is what it will turn out to be like, but just different colors. This one here is a lime, basil and mandarin, and this one will be a black raspberry vanilla. And this is designed specifically for a client of mine, so I wanted to show people how I do it. So let's get started. Okay, so I've melted down 120 grams of container wax. I'm just going to add my fragrance, which is black raspberry vanilla. So I'm just going to pour this. And that's 120 grams of wax, container wax, golden wax 464 to be exact. Okay, so I'm going to let that set, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do an ice cream dollop in this old ice cream scoop. I'm going to fill this up with pillar wax, and that's going to be the dollop that goes on top, so it ends up looking like so. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so our candle has gone somewhat hard. It's still setting, but in the process I'm going to make the dollop now. I'm using 50 grams of pillar wax. I've scented it with black raspberry vanilla, and it's going to remain white, so there's no, so it's only a small amount, so it's not going to be colored at this stage. So I'm just going to tip it into this metal ice cream dollop, just up to these tiny little holes. Unfortunately, if you have a silicone mold, this is probably the best option to use, a silicone mold, so you can go right to the brim. So I'm going to let this set for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's kind of gone hard, but then I'm going to poke a little hole in it, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Okay, so my pillar wax has now gone somewhat hard. It's a little soft, but not soft enough to touch, so it's a little bouncy, which is really good. This is exactly what we want. So I'm going to take just a bamboo skewer, and we're going to find the center and then just push a little hole straight through. So it's about there. Now the reason why we do it, it doesn't matter how ugly it is, because this is going to be the bottom of the actual dollop anyway, so you can move it around until you find the center, and then just push it down a little bit and let that set. Now what will happen is that will set, and there's now a cavity that goes right through, so we can put the wick straight on top of this section here. So it just fits straight in. So I'll show you that once that's completely gone hard. Okay, now that our wax has gone hard, I'm going to try and pop this out. Sometimes this comes out really easily, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see how it happens. Take the stick out gently. Over here, I'm just going to push lightly on the sides. See if I can wiggle it out. It doesn't look like coming out. And we're just going to heat up the back of the metal, and that should loosen the wax. Okay, so let's try that again. See if that, there we go. So it just popped out. As you can see, it's quite nice. Now the hole in the top hasn't come through yet, so we're just going to take that skewer that we got and just gently keep working it through. In fact, if you have a sharper one, so it's got a point on it, it'll probably be better. There we go. Don't push too hard though, because it will rip the whole top off. Okay, so that's pretty much all we need. Tiny little hole. Now I'm just going to push it on top here, but before I do that I'm just going to weigh this so you can. Okay, so this dollop weighs 37 grams. Just put it in there and onto the top it goes. So that's looking good so far. It's nice and scented. So while my wax is heating up with the colours, I'm just gonna heat the top of this down so it actually binds with the bit underneath it. At the moment it's loose, so it'll just fall off. So we want to heat this up so that it melts into each other. So once that cools down, it will join together. Then we can put the colouring on top. The first drop is pink. So next colour is red. Be really careful with this, you just put a couple of drops on, because it can pull up goes a long way. So the next one, I'm going to add a drop of black, so it's going to make it a darker red. Okay, so this is a little bit darker red. And the next one I'm going to add on top of it is magenta. But this is going to be quite bright, so I'm going to use a drop, a liquid drop, with all the other colours added in. And you can see I'm slowly dripping it on top. Doesn't matter if it gets on the wick. And what this does is it hardens really quickly and it creates a layer, so it becomes thicker and thicker on top. So there we go, our black raspberry vanilla candle. Hope you enjoyed the video.